All right, I don't know how good this is going to sound. This is the computer speaker, but I'm going to go plug in the box and we will start the box from brand new. Hopefully it all works as I'm doing it. So here we go. Box is plugged in. Now there it goes. Looks like everything's working. So obviously this is real time. You guys can speed up the video if I'm talking too slow or if I'm working too slow, and whatnot. So here we go. Okay, the first thing we want to do, I guess, is see what apps we have. So I'm going to go over to apps and just see what's on here because this is a new box. Okay, so it's got the media player and it's got Ultra TV. So it's got everything that we need. So I'm going to hit the home button on the remote and that does nothing. So back button, that works. Okay. Usually the home button, or used to be the home button, would take you over there. So let's see what happens. Let's go to Ultra Live TV. Okay, this is a television. Only would do this if it was on a, the mobile part would be if you were on a cell phone or a tablet. Okay, then you put your username and password in here. I am going to pause it real quick and enter this, and then I will be right back. All right, so I entered all the credentials and I did it wrong. So don't feel bad about yourself because you have to sign into your Wi-Fi first. And so I just did all that typing for no reason. Now I'm going to go into here and take care of this. So I will be right back. Okay, now we are back and I'm connected. Now we're going to go back to this Ultra Live TV. And I will enter the credentials and then we will continue. All right, so got it all entered. Once you are doing it, in the top it'll say username. When you enter your username, it can literally, or not username, sorry, but the name, your info name, the very first line. You can call it anything you want. I just called it, if you look to the very right and the bottom right there, it says Ultra TV. I just called it what it is. There is another service that you can put on here called TV2. It does cost. If you're interested in it, let me know. And then you would go over to here, go down and click on this, and then you would switch users. So hypothetically, you would have two here instead of just the one. And then you click on it, it takes you back here. Okay, so what we're going to do first is go into the settings and your general settings. So this makes it turn on immediately. So like when you turn on your box, it'll just go to this page. So we're going to turn that off. And then shows with full EPG. We definitely want that on because I'll show you in a sec. So active subtitles, I have no idea even what that means. I always just turn it off on mine. You can clear your cache. Obviously, this is brand new. It doesn't have anything even loaded on here yet, I don't think. So, show EPG in the channel list, yes. And then auto play channels in live. Anyways, this is probably all good. That's your service. And then we're just going to go save. And then next, we're going to go to EPG. We'll click on that. See, there's no downloaded yet. So, we're going to just hit the refresh on this and then hit OK. But see, it's the where the blue is the live, the cursor, because we're doing this with a remote. You can use a mouse and a keyboard, and I usually do. I just didn't grab one. Okay, there it is. See, now it's downloaded. So now we're going to back out of here. You can go down here, show channels only with EPG, which is actually kind of nice because then when you're in your menu, um, you won't have channels that don't have EPG. I will show you, but EPG stands for Electronic Program Guide. It's what you're used to with cable and satellite. And then this, which you won't need, is your time shift, so things are where they need to be, like time-wise. So if you're in a different time zones and stuff. Not sure exactly how that works. Okay, streaming format. This is probably your better one. This one will work, is very good if you're getting a lot of buffering and such. But this is where you want to be. And the reason I know that is I just asked AI, and AI told me, and AI can't lie. Okay, animation or automation here. So I changed this to 1 day, so it just updates every day. You can change these. You can turn these off and do it yourself. I'll show you that in a minute. Player settings, your buffering. So hardware, we want our hardware to do the work. We don't want our software to do the work on these boxes. If you had a different box, you could probably have software do it, but no reason to not have hardware do it. Your buffering size, the lower, the faster the internet you have. If you have super slow internet, you'll want to be in this area. If you have faster internet, it's fine. I put all mine on 1. I'm going to leave this one at 20, but I have no problems at my house with internet. And that is also with Wi-Fi, by the way. Okay, now, so I'm just going to leave that be. You'll want to come over here and go into parental control and make up a password. I'll just make up one real quick on this box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, because it doesn't matter. You're just trying to hide it from your children. And it hides stuff from you, and I'll show you all about it here in a second. So let's save that. It's going to take us in there. I'm going to leave immediately. I guess I have to do that. Anyways, so save. Okay. See, it says no live coverage found. And I would assume that's because we haven't loaded it yet. Okay, so now we got all that figured out. I know I'm ahead of you because there's a stuff that I had to say, hey, I'll explain it later. Anyways, you're not going to have movies and you're not going to have series with this one. So you go right up to the top where it says live TV and you click on that download and it'll load it up. This is real time, so I'm not pausing anything. So this little thing here, so you just push over to the right one more time. It says updated right there, last updated 1 second ago. So that is your EPG. That is this right here. And I will show you how that works. So back in here, when we did that with the EPG, that's this. So it was updated 3 minutes ago, and then you refresh that. If you have this set to automatic with those checks right there, you just click on it, then it'll do itself like it is right now. If you don't, then you will have to come in here, go over, go up, and click on this. There's really no reason not to have that set, but it's just an option. So, and then when you turn this on every day, it'll reset itself to this part. And then anyways, now we're here. We're all set up. So we want to go to live TV. We'll click on it. And you've got 5,785 channels right there. My cat wants to walk on the keyboard, so that's why I'm talking too much. Anyways, so channel history, once you start having channels. So there's some help videos here. I've never used this stuff, but supposedly it works very well. So you come in here and you look at these. So if you're having throttling issues, it'll tell you how to fix it. If you're having streaming media player keeps buffering issues, You watch that, it'll take you to the video, and you can watch that video on how to fix it. This is your top 50 locals, which just means that these are the top 50 channels in the US of A that work. We come over here. We have networks. This is like your standard networks, like your AMC, your Animal Planet. They're all in alphabetical order. So as you scroll down, anyways, you've got movies, which are, I'm assuming, right here. Yep, Cinemax, Showtime, HBO, all that stuff. You've got your locals. Now, this is like every local in the world. So there's Arkansas, Alabama, or in the United States, sorry, Arizona, California. Anyways, and it's got 829 of them. So you're probably going to find your local on there. Okay, sports. That's going to be your sports network. So your Big Tens, your ESPNs, all that, Fox, all that's going to be on there. Bally Sports. I don't know exactly what Bally Sports is, but if you know, you know. If you don't, then you can play with it. Here's your pay-per-views. They're all there. It is a Saturday. There's probably some pay-per-views on today, and they're all right there. Your Dirt Vision, your UFC, your NHL, MLB, ESPN, BTN. I don't know what that one is. Looks like sports. There's DAZN, and yes, it works with football with their NFL package. Not that you'll need that, but it is there if you want to watch it in different countries. Super Sports, soccer, tennis, 24/7. These channels are kind of fun. You know, Third Rock from the Sun, you can just watch it all day. Adam Sandler, all that kind of stuff. Caribbean, Mexican, Spanish, music, Australian, African, Arabic, Italian, Philippines, Indonesia, Greek, by the way, Indian. And this is porn. And I don't, oh, and this is kind of just some networks that are in a little bit lower definition. So 720p instead of 1080, like everything else. So, but it's like there's pickleball, true crimes, and you just watch it in a lower resolution. I don't know why you'd want to, but I'm just saying you can't. And this is porn. I guess I could click on it real quick. I don't know if those little thumbnails will show up. But anyways, that's what that is. I hurried and backed out of that, so I'm going to go back in. There. Okay. So kind of scared me a little bit. So if you don't want porn, I'm going to show you how to get rid of it. Not get rid of it, but to have it hidden from the youngsters. So then you remember we set up this setting here. We go down to parental control, click on it. We enter that password that we entered. You can definitely change this. See if next works. I don't know why that doesn't work. You have to hit the back button there, and then it takes the keyboard away, and then you click on that. Anyways, then you just scroll down on whatever you don't want to see. So I'm going to assume, so we're going to go there. We're going to go Indian, Philippines, Italian, Arabic, African, Australian, Spanish, Mexico, Cuban, Argentina. Nobody likes Canada. Just kidding. UK. And I'm just going to leave all this other stuff here with the idea that you guys can figure that out. And the reason I'm doing that, and I'm going to show you now, we back out of this. Now we go back into the live TV section. We click on it. And now when we go over here and we scroll down, they're gone. They don't even exist. It's not like, oh, it's there and you can click on it and it's locked. It just doesn't exist. So if you don't want to watch, if you don't like sports, like my mother, I got rid of all the sports stuff and the pay-per-view stuff. So basically pretty much the whole thing. So she just watches TV, but I got rid of all those except for like that and that. And then she doesn't get confused with all the extra stuff on there since she's in her 70s now. All right, so I think that is all with the Ultra stuff. If you have any questions, I guess you just don't be afraid to ask them in a comment section below. And then let me back out of here. Sorry, I got to aim it out that. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go into the actual media player, which is most likely why you bought this. So if there's any questions that are going to be asked, I'm going to pause it for any passwords, and then I'll be back and then I'll explain what I did. So here we go. I'll click on that, see what happens. It says app requires access to the device media player. So we definitely want that. So most everything you're going to hit yes and continue and allow. There's nothing you're not going to say allow to. Because remember, this is a box. It's its own box. It stands by itself. And so there's nothing you really need to dig into on it. So right now I'm going to push to the right and go to open. Right here, this tab signifies that there is a menu off to the side of the window, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, you can read that. I'll stay here for just a sec. Although you'll see it when you do yours. No matter what, you're still going to go to the OK. You're going to go right here. I know people use this. I have never and don't know much about it. And it says it right there. Do not download this version if you do not have Real Debrid. Now, a lot of you are going to have Debrid, and so you can use it, but this just to me makes a lot more sense. And so we're going to go to the April 22nd. By the way, if you're looking at this and it's a different time, this is going to be different, but it's still going to be current build vision, and that's what we want. So I'm going to click on that one, and now it's going to download. And this could take several minutes to just a few seconds, depending on your internet speed. But you just want to let it go and build up. Should I pause it and then come back once it's downloaded? Or should I just talk through this? I'll just talk through it, but you can fast forward it if you want to. But yeah, like I said, it goes pretty quick. Probably shouldn't say in a video so much, but here we go. Once this is downloaded, we will be asked to close it, and then we'll start all over again. So there it is, it's done. Now it's extracting the files. This takes just a second. And then once that's done, it's going to say it needs to close and relaunch. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I'm going to pause it until it's done. All right, we are back. It took approximately a minute. I felt impatient, so maybe a minute and a half. But anyways, installation complete. Click OK to force stop it. So we're going to hit the OK. And it's going to take us right back here. This is where we want to be. Now we're going to click on it again and magic. Ready, go. So now it's going to actually load the program. There it is. This is what we want. And once we're in here, we don't want to touch anything for like about 3 minutes. See the top right there? It says crew. All that stuff's coming up. We want to let that all load. Everything until there's literally nothing else. At the bottom, it will tell you the same thing. Right now, they're just saying they're trying out Catch-Up TV, which you will get once it's good because this box was purchased that I'm looking at in 2024. So I'll be posting this video in 2024, and therefore everybody that has this video or watches this video will have this. Still loading at the top, and that's what we're waiting for. I mean, I guess I could stop it, but I don't know why. If I start playing around with this stuff on the bottom, like pushing left and right and going into these apps and stuff, while all this is still happening at the top, it has a tendency to either boot you out or force stop it, which is, I guess, kick you out. And then it's just kind of you have to do it all again when you come back in. And this first load, when you very first get it home, you plug it in and everything. The very first one obviously is going to take the longest because it's all brand new. So I think we're done. And so we want to come down here and I guess we'll just play with each section. So there's Mad Titan, which is a sports network. Very good. I actually use that one quite a bit. But with the live TV that we had in the Ultra section, you're really not going to need it much because most everything is on there, including the pay-per-views and such. So Ultra TV, which we know we have, there's the TV guide, there's the Ultra app. So I'm going to click on the TV guide real quick and just see what happens. Okay, it's already on there. So this is what the EPG is, by the way, that we were looking at, the electronic program guide. Do you see that? It booted me out. And every once in a while it'll do that. Don't know why. Not a huge fan of that. But maybe it was because it wasn't quite downloading. But you got to see my... you just click back on it, go back in, and let things happen. And it'll probably have to reload all that crap. But maybe not. I don't remember. So anyways, Ultra TV, which we know we have. Yeah, see, there's the crew. So it's all doing it all over again. So we need to wait. So I'm going to pause this and be back in 3 minutes because that's what it says to wait. All right. Well, 3 minutes later. Let's see what we can do. Okay, Ultra TV. Click on it. Okay, we got to go to Ultra. Like I said, there is a possibility of doing that. So it's going to say Ultra TV. Now we got to enter all our credentials again. So I've got to pause it. But in video world, it'll go quick. So see you in just 1 second. All right. After I got that logged in, we go to the next. Would you like to hide adult? I'm going to say no. And then I'm going to say no. But you can obviously change that. This is a Stream Genie, so we're going to say Stream Genie. And then here's our accounts. Now remember, you can still do the same stuff. Here's settings. And you can go in and go to the stuff. So anyways, we want to set up the PVR guide. Perfect. That's what we wanted. Now we're going to come in and it's going to be at the top. Eventually, once we go through it again. I know it's kind of a pain, but if you ever have to do like a restart, this is step 1 through whatever step you need. I'll make another video here in a bit of just other little things, but I'm going to show you on this video how to go from brand new out of the box to watching it with Debrid. See right there, the IPTV client. That's what we're loading there. And so it's going to go through this, and then we're going to turn it off. We're going to force stop it here in a minute after this gets going. We're going to do it a couple times. And the reason is because that's how they got it to work before. And so I'm just doing it the old school way. It might not be the way that they do it anymore. I'm literally just doing it from start to finish. That way, if you have an older one, you could still know how to do it. Or a non-updated one. And I'll also show you how to do updates. I'm not going to do an update because we're obviously up to date, but I will show you how to do an update in the video so you get it. A lot of long-winded stuff here, but anyways, we're going to go to systems, we're going to go to power, we're going to go to exit. This is how you leave. Now we're back to this. That's how you actually physically shut it down. We're going to do it one more time. We're going to let it load. We're watching the top of the screen to see if it loads all the way up. Like that last time, it did not. It's like a brutal Christmas sweater. Like somebody's getting shot or something. 0%. Loading client. Let's see if it actually does it this time. It's starting up. Still don't feel like it's loading anything there. So we'll try it one more time, and if it doesn't work, then oh, there it is. Still didn't do it though. Maybe all these other things are fumbling over the top of it, like crew and whatnot. I feel like crew's already loaded twice. Bunch of crews. And so maybe it's working, but I'm gonna still do it. Oh, there it goes. See how it's loading across the top? That's what we wanted. So now that that's loading across the top, we know we are in business. So once that's done, so whenever you turn this on in the future, you need to wait for that before you play around. Now we know that we have the TV guide working for our stuff. The Ultra app's working for our stuff. All this stuff is working for our stuff. So we can go into any of this anytime and it will work. So all the stuff works and stuff. I would show you that it works, but I'm not going to because I don't want any video or any audio on the YouTube because it's not good for it. So here's your system stuff. There's really nothing you'll need to do in here, but you can look at your system. Like your system information's up here. You can look at it and it'll tell you your free memory, my IP address, the screen resolution there. So it's actually really good at resolution, the operating system, the Android, and all that. It'll tell you your storage, your network, your video, hardware, all your hardware stuff. The ARM V7 processor that this has. I don't know if that's good. And then the Kodi that it's running is the 20, not the 20.1. Anyways, you can go in here and you can change a few little things. Also, and I will get into this stuff on a different video that I can help you guys. So if you guys are interested in that stuff, it'll just be on another video. So back out of here. Obviously, this works with anything Kodi. So favorites, you can add stuff to your favorites. Here's sports. There's not a lot in the sports section. We can add some stuff. Anyways, here's your movies. So this is the free stuff. I could show you real quick something. So we'll just say crew. We'll go into this. And I like to do crew to show people, but we'll just say one-click movies here. They're already further along, so we'll say new movies. And I'm going to click on this, and I'm just going to show you something that I want you to pay attention to. So we'll just say, these are all kind of newer. I just want to make sure that they're out of the theater. Sometimes if they're still in the theater, you're not going to get very good links anyways. But like Roadhouse wasn't in the theater, so I don't think it has a 4K. Sorry, I'm looking for something that might have 4K and is out of the theater. I'm going to go back one and just go movies by year. And I'll just go to a different year. That way I know they're out of the theater. So we'll go 23. That way we know they're out of the theater and we're safe. But if you guys don't know what Real Debrid is, this is what Real Debrid does. So, I figured one of those would be like a good movie. What the hell is all this stuff? No hard feelings. That was pretty good. So, okay, I'll click on that. Now, it's just asking me links. I don't like this. Let me go to a different way. Sorry, I don't like that they split crew. So crew actually doesn't look like that. I wonder if I could go back there, go to crew, and then go up to here, and then it'll take me to the main crew. Okay, this is what crew looks like. Okay, now I know where I'm at. So they did that because they wanted like the free links on one and then the paid links on another. But this is the way to do it. So we'll just go new movies. Probably should have still went the year thing, so I wasn't confused. But you'll now know what I'm talking about. So these will work, right? By the way, you can watch this right now, even though it's in the theaters. But it'll be some dude with a camcorder. I don't know if you're interested in that, but if you are, more power to you. I could care less. Like, do what you want to do. Oh, Oppenheimer, that would have been perfect. So, like Oppenheimer here. So we know it's out of the theaters. You can watch it at home. So I'm going to click on that. Now pay attention. I don't know what just happened. Oh, there it goes. Okay, you see how it just says the links and how little there are? That's because we don't have Real Debrid on it. And so what we want to do, and I will go do that right now. I'm going to leave here. I'm going to go here, and this is where you put your Debrid in. It's really, really nice. Instead of doing it in every add-on. So we go here, and we click on that. And then we go Debrid, and we're going to authorize this. And it's going to ask you some information, which I will pause the video for, because I don't want any of this information to get out. But you go there, and you type in that. And once you do that, you will have it. So I guess I can do this while we're on video, but it would make no sense because it'll take me a few minutes. So I'm going to pause the video, and I will be right back. All right, so I'm going to do it on my phone real quick. So we got, what, Z7 EQ? YK7, and I'm going to say 0, but I can't remember how this works. You guys can correct me down in the thing, but it either doesn't have zeros or it doesn't have the letter O. So I'm going to put 0 real quick and try it. Did not work, so it's probably the other one. Yes. There it goes. So now it's authorized. And so now you can come in. So obviously it has to authorize through a master shutdown and backup. Another thing I like to do, I might as well show you guys, is go over here to apps, then click on that because that's what it is. We're going to force stop it. And then just clear the cache. Do not clear data and do not uninstall. But anyways, you could go open there, but I'm trying to show you to use this to get into your stuff. So anyways, click there. If you have the older boxes, that middle won't work and the bottom right side won't work for this either. These are the newer programmed boxes after they made their big change this year in 24. Okay, so now we're in here. So we want to go to the Real Debrid section or Debrid only section, and we'll click on this. And oh, I'm probably going too fast. Like I said, you have to let things load. I keep forgetting that. And so, anyways, we are logged in there. And then you can go here. You can come right down and you can go view authenticate authorizations there. And then click on that. Still didn't let everything load. So if I get kicked out, this is my own fault for not preaching what I tell you. You have to let it sit until that is loaded across the top. And so if you're having any problems with what you're watching right now with that buffering, that's not going to normally happen. Anyways, see, it's authorized, authorized, authorized. So all those are authorized. And even that one. So that means that the crew is authorized because that is what crew is through that resolve. Sorry, I'm kind of letting it load up there at the top. But anyways, oh shit, as it's loading, I back out. Okay, so now I want to show you what I was trying to show you on the crew. This is the difference between paying for Debrid and not paying for Debrid. So remember, we got to go here because we got to go back to the first menu, not just the free link. So we're going to go movies. See if new movies, I'm going to go push up to get to the bottom, see if Oppenheimer's still in the same spot. It is. Click on that. Okay. Now, when this starts to load, you will see two, see, paid and free. Look at the difference. Paid is Real Debrid. Free is that other that we had saw the first time. That's the difference between Debrid, if you want to buy Debrid, and you want to just go with the free. There's two links to watch it. So yes, you could watch it and you could watch it in 1080. But if you pay for Debrid, which is only like $20 every 6 months, there you go. 227, 56 of them are in 4K. If you don't want to sit there through the whole thing, you just click the cancel button and then it'll take you to the links that have already come up. I'm not going to click on them, but they do work. And they work well without buffering or anything crazy. That one's ginormous. I would watch that one before I'd watch that one. I don't understand the size of some of these. Like, those are just huge. But anyways, this will play them, so it doesn't really matter. But sometimes you can just go down. Like if you're having problems with buffering, I'll just go down to the first 1080 and just watch that one. That way, you don't have to worry about buffering and stuff. And I mean, some people can tell the difference between 4K and 1080, and I'm sure I could too, but I have like a huge TV and I just don't notice it. And I don't notice it enough to not enjoy the show. But anyways, that's it. Literally, that's the whole setup from zero to having live TV to all your Debrid stuff. This is where you want to be. This is the one I use all the time. But live TV, all this stuff will work. Like you can go into the guide. Now it's hooked up the other way, so a lot of these aren't going to show because they don't have EPG. Remember that thing that said don't show things that don't have EPG? That's what they're talking about. But anyways, there's so many channels. There's 5,000 channels, and as you go through, a lot of these are the baseball and all that kind of crap. So not that baseball's crap, but or football. And by the way, you get Sunday ticket, like so you'll get to see all the NFL games and everything. You'll get MLB TV, you get NHL, whatever NHL's is, you get the NBA pass, you get the whole thing. But anyways, that's it. To save things to your favorites, I'll just show you real quick. We'll go to crew. I'll put that Oppenheimer in there real quick just because we know where it's at. So movies. New movies. Sorry, I wasn't picking it up, but I was hitting it. I was like, do I have to edit again? Anyways, push up. We know that's Oppenheimer. So now what we do is we just hold that middle button down, and then this pops up. And then we just say add to favorites. Click on that. And then I do that before I play any movie, just in case there's any issues. And I want to go back to that movie quickly, but I can't figure out how. Anyways, you go into favorites, click on it, and boom, it's right there. I don't know what this is. I don't know why it's there. I'm not going to click on it, though, in case there's information that I don't want out there, but you are more than welcome to click on it at home. But there it is, Oppenheimer. Then you would click on it, and it would load just like it was. And there's all your links that we had seen. And there they are. They're ready to go. You can click on any one of these and watch it. I'll just click on it real quick. I don't like doing that, but I'll pause it right when it comes on. Just to show you that it works. And there it is. All right. So I paused that. I didn't want too much of it to be on there, but it worked great. The other thing is you can play with your friends with this. Like I love doing it and be like, hey, name me a movie, any movie, and especially with older people, because you can literally find any movie ever made on here. If you're going to use these, don't. I mean, they're the free links. If you're going to do that, you might want to use like a VPN service or something. Just make sure you're using the paid links. These are all paid. See, Debrid only. Get Debrid. It's cheap, and you get all this. And they're each one of these is the same. Like so, this one is one. This one's one. So if you want to watch Oppenheimer on here, you can. If you want to watch Oppenheimer on here, you can. They're all different. And if this one doesn't work, like if you wake up and it just isn't working, just use this one. Don't make a big deal of this one. Don't stress out. Just use this one. and then go back later that day if it's still not working, and if it hasn't worked for a couple days, then go ahead and make a deal of it, kind of search into it, see what's wrong with it. But you don't need to worry about it. Each one of these have movies. Each one of these are better in a certain way than the one before. So one might have better anime, one might have better old movies, one might have better sports like live TV stuff, but you won't have to worry about live TV because you do have this Ultra TV that comes with the box, by the way. It's part of it when you purchase it. But anyways, I'm going to say goodbye, and I appreciate you guys for watching this long 40-minute video that I just made. But anyways, it has everything on there. If there's anything else you want or you want to see a video made, I will make it and show you guys. Thank you.